Hello guys, I welcome you all on this wonderful platform that is your own faculty driven platform Resultant. So guys, I would like to tell you that already COAP counseling for IITs for MTech admission through GATE is already going on. Now for NITs and other institutes, CCMT portal for 2024 is also launched. Okay, so guys, we are going to this CCMT 2024 portal, and guys, you can see CCMT 2024 is a common platform for candidate apply for MTech, Architecture, M Planning programs based on their GATE score of 2022, 23 and 24 for NITs, IIEST, Shibpur and some other triple ITs and CFTIs. As you know, IITs are covered by COAP. CCMT is going to cover all other institutes like NITs and CFTIs and IIEST. So these are the institute where if you are willing to have MTech through GATE score, then CCMT is going to be there, the portal for that. Okay. So guys, when we are talking about for CCMT, information brochure is released, although every detail is not there. Till now, they have not told about the important dates. They have not told till now that when the counseling is going to be started. But yes, portal is launched and they have given all other things related to information brochure. So if we will go for information brochure, here you can see all the things are mentioned. And guys, as you know, COEP portal was launched. We have made a video by telling you each and every detail, how to counseling, how to do the counseling and all. So here also we will tell you each and everything so that you make your mind before the counseling starts. Okay, you would be knowing how much money you have to put into. COEP and CCMT have some differences that also we will discuss. So this is the portal, this is the information brochure. So you can see for this information brochure, this is version 1.0 it is. Okay, at this time, as you can see, SVNIT Surat is going to organize this counseling. Okay, so we are moving further. So guys, when we are talking about this will be obviously the message of SVNIT head. And guys, now we are going to have all the things from eligibility criteria to rules of seat allotment. Each and everything is there in brochure. So one by one, we are going to start. I will go through the main important points of this information brochure. Okay, by attending this session, it will be a very helpful session for you because you will not be suffering while filling the form for this. So dear, as you can see, first thing is कि last 3 years 2024, 2023, 2022 these three GATE scores will be eligible for the admission. Okay, so guys, whenever we are talking about this, CCMT was initiated in 2012. In 2012 it was the first year of CCMT when it started. And the best thing about this is, like, for COAP datas are not available. Like, you don't know for each and every IIT till which rank and which score student got admission, but CCMT have all the datas. You can check for any NIT, for any branch, that at which rank and which score student got. So a clear data is available here. Okay, so guys, the prospective candidates are advised to carefully read the information brochure because it is going to help you in the entire process. So guys, first of all, we are having the very first table related to the short term use. Like for general category, they will be using GEN. For GATE also the same is used. For CCMT also the same is used. Similarly, if you see for EWS, you can see economical weaker section EWS was used by GATE. CCMT will be using general EWS. Okay, so when you will be filling the form, these things you would be requiring to know. Like for OBC, NCL, GATE is using this, CCMT is using only OBC. Okay, so similarly, these are the short terms which will be used. And guys, then the second abbreviation table is this. Here they have told you the full form, like CCMT is nothing but centralized counseling for MTech and other programs. Okay, similarly, all full forms are there. Here, when you will be filling the form, you would be having these also. SR is special round, PI is participating institute, and then you would be requiring this SAF is seat acceptance fees, NSR is national sport round. So all these things we will see in the upcoming section. So guys, first of all, what are the various types of fees you have to pay in CCMT? In COAP, there was no fees at COAP portal. You have to pay the fees at IITs. Whenever you fill a separate IIT form, you have to pay the fees there. Okay, but here you need not to go separately to NIT website. Whatever you will be doing, you were doing in the counseling of BTech admission, the similar kind of thing here we are going to do. You are going to have, like in COAP, you were going for COAP, then you were using that registration number. Such kind of things are not here. Here you would be registering at CCMT, and whatever, based on your registration, based on your branch, based on your gate paper code, you would be provided some choices. From that choices, you need to select the correct order in which you want them. Like if you want NIT Agartala computer science at first place, so likewise you will be choosing. Okay, so you would be provided some choices based on your gate paper code, based on your BTech branch. Okay, based on your eligibility. So whatever those choices will be, you will be filling, and after filling, the rounds of counseling will go on. You will be getting allotted some seat, then you will be having the option to freeze it or not, that I am going to discuss now. Okay, but here the types of fees are different. Like the very first type of fees is registration fees. Registration fees is going to be non-refundable. It is not going to be refunded, and they are clearly mentioning that whatever fees you are going to pay here is valid for round 1 to 3. If you are participating in round 1 to 3, for that you have to pay rupees 3,500 for general and other categories. For SC ST it is going to be 3,000. That is non-refundable. Even you get a seat or don't get a seat, the money will not be refunded to you. And even if you are going for other 3 rounds of counseling or other rounds of counseling, you have to separately pay registration fees of theirs. So dear, now once you are going to allot some seat, because after registration you are participating, you are filling the choice based on your rank. If you are going to get some seat, then what you will do, then there will be seat acceptance fees. So fee to be deposited by candidate when he accept the seat allotted to her, this will be a part of institute fees. It means whatever you will pay here, that will be balanced, or that will be counted in the institute fees. So whatever, like your institute fees is 50,000, you are going to pay 30,000 here, then only rest 20,000 you have to pay at the time of physical admission. So the point is, whatever fees you are going to pay here, that is going to be adjusted in the institute fees. Then guys, partial admission fees, what it is? Partial admission fees is to be deposited by the candidate on CCMT portal. If he or she want to confirm his or her seat, this will be a part of the institute fees and will be adjusted against the finally allotted institute's admission fees. So dear, here the amount will be 30,000 for SAF. For partial admission fees, it is going to be 10,000 and 5,000 for SC ST. Okay, then dear, special rounds are there. If in these 3 rounds, let us say in these 3 rounds, all the seats of NITs are not going to be filled and some seats are getting empty. Okay, then what they will be doing, like let us say NIT Kurukshetra is having 5 seats in thermal sciences pending. They will go for one more special round. And for that special round, you have to, now at special round, once again you can use the CCMT. You need not to going directly to institute. No. For that also they are going to conduct at CCMT. So for special round, you have to pay registration fees separately, even though you participated in the previous rounds, there is no problem. But for that special round, you have to pay separately. If the candidate wishes to participate in the special round of CCMT, a fresh registration along with the payment of non-refundable registration fees, again you have to pay. Like maybe you got some offer there and you don't want to take that, you can go for the special round. Okay, then guys, this special round registration fees is going to be 3,500 again. Then dear, we are going to have the SR participation fees. Fee to be deposited during the registration of special round with SR registration fees. This will be a part of institute fees. This time 40,000 you have to pay. They are saying that this will be a part of institute fees, will be adjusted against the final institute fees. Candidates have, if the candidate have already paid SAF and PAF in regular rounds, then that fee will be adjusted towards SR participation fees. If a candidate has only paid SAF during the regular rounds but not paid PAF, then difference of SR participation fees and SAF will have to be deposited. The point is, if you are going for these special rounds, then guys, for that, if you have already paid the SAF and PAF, then no need to pay this SR participation fees. Otherwise, you have to pay the difference of what you have paid and what here they are asking like 40,000. Okay, for general category 40,000, for SC ST it is going to be 15,000. Then guys, they are talking about the sport rounds. There are three types of rounds. First three rounds are general round. Actually, in the general round, those students who got IITs, they will be going out from that, because initially those students who are getting poor branches at IITs, they try for good branches in NIT. Then later they decide ki okay, I will go to that IIT with that branch, so they leave the counseling in between. So because of that, special rounds are going to be there. And guys, in special round also, if some of the students are going to leave the seat because of multiple reasons, then dear, if some institutes are having some empty seats, we are going to have sport round of counseling. So dear, when we are talking about the sport rounds of counseling, if candidate wishes to participate in the national sport round, a fresh registration once again will be required, and the fees is going to be non-refundable, 3,500. Then participation fees to be deposited during the registration of sport route along with the NSR registration fees. Once again, that 40,000 and 15,000 for other categories. And they are saying this will be a part of institute fees. And if you have already paid SAF, PAF, then my dear, if you have already paid, then fees will be adjusted towards this. So you need not to pay it again. If that amount was lesser, then you have to pay the extra. Okay, so you can see once again, if you see initially you are going to pay for 3,500, that is non-refundable. Then you will pay 30,000 here, 10,000 here. 30,000 plus 10,000 is going to be 40,000. If you are paying here, but whatever seats you are allotted, you are not happy with that, you want to go for special round, in that case, there 40,000 you need not to pay. But if you don't get any seat in the regular round, then you go to the special round. Or you don't participate in regular round, you directly go to special round. In that case, you have to pay 40,000 here. So the point is, you need not to pay again and again. 3,500 one thing, then 30,000, then 10,000. This is for general category. For other categories, you can see 3,000 is the registration fees, then 10,000 and 5,000, that is 15,000. That you have to pay before admissions. After that, on admissions, you have to pay the rest amount of fees. So this is the detail of the fees. I feel everybody understood about that. Then guys, whenever we are talking about, they have mentioned the institutes already. NITs, IEST, Shibpur, IIITs and CFTIs. These are the institutes. Okay. They are saying the counseling process of regular rounds consists of the following stages. So you can see, first of all, you have to go for online registration. Okay. Payment of registration fees, choice filling and locking of the choices. So dear, whenever, as I said, you based on your GATE score, based on your BTech degree, you will be allotted some choices. And based on those choices, you have to choose the correct order what you want. Like you may be looking for NIT Kurukshetra first, or you may be looking for NIT Surathkal first. That is your choice. Based on the branches, college, whatever you want to choose, you will be filling the choices, and then you will be locking the choices. If you will not be locking the choices by last day, then whatever you have filled, that will be automatically locked. Okay, 3 rounds of counseling. 3 rounds of counseling are there. Seat allotment, then depositing of seat acceptance fees, submitting willingness, uploading documents, and online document verification will be there. After that, you have to pay the partial admission fees, and then physical reporting will be there. And at the time of physical reporting, you have to take those documents also with you for verification. Okay. In addition to the regular rounds, 2 special rounds will be there. So first 3 regular round, 2 special rounds. Okay. And a national sport round, then 1 NSR will be there. Total 6 round of counseling will be there. Will also be conducted. Hello. And they are also saying for a detailed counseling process, you would be having all the details. Let us move further. They are also asking you about the eligibility requirements to appear for CCMT. First of all, you should have a valid GATE score of these 3 years, either 2022 or 2023 or 2024. If you have more than 1 GATE score, like you have appeared for 23 also, 24 also, you can go for based on that. Okay, the better one you want to go for. Okay. And also they are asking you a qualifying degree means BTech, you should be having 60% if you are from general, EWS or OBC category, 55% if you are from SC, ST or PWD. Okay. Then guys, only primary mode of evaluation as mentioned in the qualifying degree will be considered. So if you are talking about CGPA, you have to convert that into percentage based on the scales available. Conversion of CGPA to percentage or vice versa given by an individual or institute will not be allowed. If CGPA is on a different scale than 10 point, then it would be linearly mapped to a 10-point scale. So that they have made some standard. So if you are having CGPA, you have to convert this with reference to a scale of 10. Okay. Then guys, we are moving further. Whenever, if you are in final year, your BTech may not be completed. So they are giving a date of 30 September 2024. So you can see in case of the result of qualifying degrees awaited, provisional admission is permitted to the candidate, and that that which is provided, it is provisional admission. For that you are allowed, you are given some time for the final results to come. So for that they have put in the date of 30th September. A certificate from the head of the current institute to that effect should be submitted during document verification. If your final semester mark sheet is not available, they will be giving you a time till 30th September, and you have to put a certificate where it is mentioned that yes, you have appeared for final year examination and your result is awaited. So provisional degree is provided by the HOD of your department. Now then guy, for each program, eligibility is defined based on the GATE paper code and BTech that you can check based on your branch and all. Okay. So guys, now we are moving to the other important things. Okay. There are some other important things. Now this is for the societies. If you remember in 1948, our Prime Minister at that time, Jawaharlal Nehru ji, have made some societies for, they were providing the correspondence BTech program like Aeronautical Society of India and others. They were providing correspondence BTech programs, and now I feel now PSUs are not taking the candidates from them. So for them also some guidance is there. The candidate who possess the certificates or qualification in any of the professional societies, which are the Institution of Civil Engineering, Institution of Engineers, Institution of Civil Engineers, Aeronautical Society of India, okay, all these they have mentioned, and they are saying all these things, whatever, have enrolled with these institutions with permanent recognition up to 31st May 2013. If you have registered after this date, you will not be eligible. If you have appeared, if you have registered before that, then you will be eligible to participate for MTech programs. But if you have enrolled with these institutes after this date, you are not eligible. Okay, that is as per the rules of AICTE. Then guys, merit list participation. Now they are telling you if two students have same GATE score, then what will be preferred. So for that they are clearly mentioned. Merit list for the seat allotment will be prepared based on your GATE score and GATE score of the year filled by the candidate. In case of same GATE score, to resolve that, if you have same GATE score, then guys, what will be happen? Preference will be given based on all India rank divided by total appearance in the GATE paper. So you may be having the same GATE score, like you have appeared GATE 2023, you are applying by that. Some other student is applying by GATE 2024. You are having the same GATE score. So for that purpose, they are saying what they will do. They will be dividing the all India rank by total appearance in the GATE paper, and the lower value will be given the preference. Then guys, in the highly unlikely event ki if that ratio will also be equal, then date of birth will be considered, elder candidate will be given preference. And guys, even if date of birth is also going to be same, then rank will be decided on the basis of random number generation, then randomly it will be provided. Okay. So guys, now we are going to talk about allotment rules, and this random number lower will be considered as the better one. So what we have seen, if you are, first of all, they will see your AIR in GATE or GATE score. So if two students have same, then they will be dividing your rank divided by total candidate, lower value will be considered first. If that is same, then they will be looking at, what? They will be looking at what? They will be looking at date of birth. After date of birth, they will be providing randomly. Okay. Now these are the allotment rules. For that, they are telling you the sequence of seat categories for allocation. Like first, if a general candidate is there, he would be provided open category seats. If general PW candidate is there, to that candidate first, he would be considered as for open category. If he is not getting through open category, then he will be given through open PWD. Similarly, for general EWS candidate, first he will be based on open, then general EWS. So they are telling about the sequence of seat categories for allocation. Similarly, if you are having a candidate from OBC, then open OBC. If a candidate is SC, then open and then SC. Similarly for ST and for other categories. So it is same as per the government rules. There is no change in that. Okay. Then there are conversion rules for program groups. There will not be de-reservation of unfilled seat at all. However, the special round 1 and special round 2, the unfilled seat, if any, program groups G2, G3, etc. will be converted to the lower number group in the same category. So they are saying that for like if some reserved category seat is not going to be filled, then they are not going to make it available to the general initially only. Okay, they will not be doing that. Okay, so it simply means that if a seat is there for reserved candidate, that will be offered to the reserved candidate only, that will not be made open. Okay, so guys, now these are the groups for that. You can see these groups are going to be related to seat and eligibility matrix. This is not live right now. Seat and eligibility matrix is not available right now. It will be available in the upcoming. Then we will be able to see the meaning of these groups. Okay, then reservation of seats as per the rules. Okay, then guys, counseling process we have already discussed. Okay, then dear, online registration also I told you for that what is required. Required things are already mentioned. Gate credential will be required, qualifying degree will be required, personal detail will be required. Payment will be done by various modes. Okay, and after that I am coming on to very important thing, that is when you will be getting some result of the counseling, then how to proceed. So seat allotment. So dear, when the seat allotment is going to be happened, all the available seat will be considered for the allotment. The choices submitted by the candidates during registration will be processed and seat will be allotted based on the merit as per the rules. Okay, no hard copy of provisionally seat allotment will be provided. Everything is going to be online. Now my dear, on allotment of the seat, candidate is required to pay seat acceptance fees, submit willingness and upload the required documents within the time. They are going to give some 3 to 5 days time in which you have to verify the submit or submit the documents for verification. So dear, now I am going to tell you about payment of seat acceptance fees. So for that also we have discussed, you can use UPI, debit card, credit card, net banking and all. So now I am coming on to the 3 options you will be having. Like if you are going to fill the form, so you got some choices. Then dear, it is not like you got something in the first round, you have to take something. No, there are 3 choices. First choice is float, other is slide, third is freeze. Students are always having difficulty in that. So I am going to clarify this to you in a very simple manner. Whenever we are talking about the float option, float means if they wish to be considered in the next round for all of their better preferred choices. So let us say you have filled 10 choices, you got 10th choice. If you are going to float, it means you are saying that I want to appear for the second round of counseling for above 9 options. That is the meaning of float. Okay. Slide. Slide. If they wish to be considered in the next round for their better preferred choices only within the institutes allotted to them. So float means whatever 9 choices you have. Slide means, let us say you got NIT Kurukshetra and you want the preferred choices. Let us say you filled 3 choices from NIT Kurukshetra and you are getting third one. So you are saying that ki I want to appear for the second round, but I want NIT Kurukshetra only. So in NIT Kurukshetra, if you can give me better choices, then I am ready to reappear for the second round of counseling. That is the slide. Slide means if you will not be getting the other 2 choices, then you, whatever the choice you have got, the third number that will be there with you, means you will not be upgraded to any other NIT. You will be upgraded to the same NIT where you right now got the seat. Okay, so let us say in 10 choices you are filling, and in 10 choices you are filling, let us say 4 NITs. So if you are getting NIT Kurukshetra 10th number, NIT Kurukshetra thermal you are getting, then you are saying ki I want NIT Kurukshetra only, if you can give me NIT Kurukshetra design, then you will go for slide. So slide means about 9 choices, in out of those 9, If NIT Kurukshetra will be there, that only I want, otherwise I am happy with that. That is the meaning of slide. What is the meaning of freeze? If you are satisfied with what you got in the first round, then you would be freezing that, and not interested in the better preferred choices in the subsequent round. Let us say you filled 20 options, you got some option number 5 and you are happy with that. You say, okay yaar, that's what I want. Like in my cases, when I got okay, forget about my case. Okay, I'm telling you, like, you got some of the NIT, some of the branch. If you get it, you are happy with that, you can freeze that, and your admission will be confirmed. You are not going to participate in other rounds of counseling. Okay, so float means you want to upgrade if possible. Slide means you want upgrade in the same NIT. Freeze means whatever you got, you are happy with that. Even if you are getting your first choice, then obviously there is no upgradation possible. Then also you can freeze that choice and take the admission. Then upgradation will not work for you because you got your first choice. Okay. Okay guys. So after you got something based on your decision, on allotment of a seat, the payment of seat acceptance fees, the candidate will have to upload the required documents through their login for online verification as per the schedule given in CCMT website. After payment of seat acceptance fees, then guys, you would be providing that how to upload the seats, and then document verifications will be done. So this time or every time they are right now doing online document verification. So that will be done online by verifying officer. Okay. So dear, they are also saying the candidate will be compulsorily required to submit his documents in response to the queries raised by documentation verification officer. Like if you put some document, you are missing someone, they will communicate to you that this document is missing. So you have to provide within the given time. Otherwise, if you are going to be non-reported, then your seat will be cancelled and will not be considered for seat allotment in the subsequent round. Thus, the candidates are advised to regularly visit the login portal, because whatever inquiry will be raised, that will be available in the portal only. So candidate may note that special eligibility condition of any program would be checked by, okay, that is not important. Now we are going for the updation of candidates data. During document verification, if the personal data submitted by the candidate during online registration is found to be false, then the seat allotment is liable to be cancelled. If you put wrong category, if you put wrong gate year, gate score, all those things are going to affect badly. If a candidate fails to produce a valid category certificate and stand, then also your candidature will be cancelled. And presently allotted seat was based on his or her claimed category, that's why it has to be cancelled. However, in such case, he is still eligible after updation to the category, may be considered for the allotment in the subsequent round. Like if you get something in the first round based on your false information, then that will be cancelled, but by providing the correct information, you can appear in second round of counseling for sure. Okay. Okay guys, now we are going to have, if you are claiming that you are from general EWS, then new category possible for you is general. Means if you are falsely filling some category, or you are filling the category correctly only, but you are unable to provide the category certificate. In that case, if you are filling yourself general EWS, that will be converted to general. General cannot be converted to general EWS because reserved category seats are already would be given during the first round of counseling. So they cannot change each and every one's based on your mistake. Similarly, if you are feeling you are OBC, but it is found to be wrong, or you are unable to provide certificate, you will be considered general. Similarly, for SC to general, ST to general, so these all 5 will become general. General EWS, PWD will become general EWS or general PWD. So these are the category bifurcations possible if you are filling the information wrong, or you are unable to provide the certificate required. Okay. Yes. So it is not permitted to go from general to OBC, SC, ST. Okay. So means you cannot go from non-reservation to reservation category. Moving further, guys. So these were the important things we have seen. In case of seat cancellation, due to any of the above reasons, no fresh choice filling will be permitted at this stage. under any circumstance, refund of fees will be dealt by the refund rules. These are the conditions. Let us see, they are important ones. Let us see what are these conditions. Okay. Okay, document verification we have already seen. Okay, guys. They are all related to the false information, like you are appearing, you are filling yourself past. Okay, so for these only they are saying that key in case of the candidate's qualifying degree, passing year filled in during registration does not match with the document, it will be updated in the system. In case the date of birth filled by the candidate during registration does not match with the documents, then the seat may be cancelled and the actual date of birth is later than that filled by the candidate during the registration. So these are the things will be done, and in these case the seat cancellation if happens, no fresh choice filling will be permitted. At this stage, under any circumstance, refund of fees will be dealt by the refund rules, as registration fees is not going to be refunded, other fees are refundable. Okay, then guys, they are talking about online document verification, we have already discussed. Okay, and then we are moving further, guys, to this final reporting. Okay, final reporting. So we are going to talk about after successful document verification and confirmation of the seat, the candidate will be required to complete the admission formalities by depositing the partial admission fees during the period specified after round 3 of regular rounds as per the schedule mentioned in the CCMT. Actually, the SAF, that fees, the initial fees, seat acceptance fees, will be taken after first round, second round, third round. After all the 3 rounds, whoever students would be accepting the seat, they have to pay the partial admission fees after the third round. And then they are also saying that key CCMT website, failing which their seat will be cancelled and it will be treated as auto withdrawal. After taking admission in the allotted institute by depositing PAF in the stipulated time, candidates are required to report at the finally allotted institute. For final reporting, period will be allotted to you. If you are not going to do there, your seat will be cancelled and the fee deposited will be forfeited. In case of seat cancellation, the candidate will be losing any claim to cancelled seat. So dear, if you are not reaching to the physically you are not reaching to that institute in the predefined time, then your seat will be cancelled and you are not going to get your fees back in that case. Okay, so that is why take care of all these things. And guys, they are also saying the change of willingness or withdrawal. So dear, after document verification, the candidates can exercise of the following option: change of willingness, like one more type of willingness, surrender and participate in the next round. Till now we have seen 3 options: float, freeze, slide. These were the 3 options previously we have seen. You would be having other options like surrender and participate in next round is provided here in addition to float, slide and freeze. So these were the 3 options we have already discussed. 4th option will be surrender. So whatever you got, you in the previous 3 options, whatever you were getting, you want to keep that. And then you wanted to participate in other counseling. If I get above option, it's fine. Otherwise, whatever I am getting, it's okay for me. But if you don't want that, you are saying surrender it, then you need not to pay any seat acceptance fees. You are surrendering that seat. I don't want this. Either give me above this something or I don't want anything. That is surrender and participate in the next round. So guys, next you are going to say withdrawal. You don't want to participate anyhow in the counseling. That is withdrawal. Okay. So the activity in options, hence if a candidate does not exercise any of these options at this stage, willingness submitted earlier will be carried forward for subsequent round of allotment. Once withdrawal is exercised by the candidate, he will not be allowed to change the willingness in any of the cases. So guys, we have discussed all the things related to willingness also. Okay. So now you know options were float, slide, and then we were having float, slide, we were having after that freeze. So dear, they are also saying like in the first round of counseling, you are saying float, but you get the same choice. You get the same choice again. For such cases, what will be happening? So you can change your choice from float to slide. You can change your choice from float to freeze. You can also change your choice from float to surrender and participate in the next round. Slide, if you have already done, you can convert it into freeze. But if you have already freeze, that cannot be changed. That is very obvious. Na? Ki previously you were saying float. Now they are saying you are getting this only. No floating is going to happen because other students have booked the seats. In that case, you can slide ki okay, in the same institute, I can get something. You can go for that. Okay. And they are saying willingness can be changed from float to slide, float to freeze, float to surrender and participate in next round, or slide to freeze. The vice versa changes from freeze to slide, surrender to participate, that cannot be happened. And the activity is optional. Hence, if a candidate does not change the willingness, his or her earlier specified willingness will be subsequent round of the counseling. So if you are going to say in the first round that I want to float, second round you can make the change. Okay, if you are not changing, whatever you said, the same will be continuing, and that is what they are saying. Okay, when you are going for surrender and participation in the next round, after successful online document verification, the candidate wishes to surrender. Even after document verification, you want to surrender the currently allotted seat but wishes to participate in subsequent round of counseling, you may select the willingness, which means the candidate rejects the offer seat in the current round and wishes to participate in the next regular round. Such candidates will be considered in the next round. For the choices above, the same choice you will not be getting. If you are not going to go for float, you are going for surrender, so that choice is going to be out. Now only you will be left with the above options. Like you have 10, you have filled 20 choice, you got 10th number, then 10 to 20 choices will be removed now if you are going for surrender. Surrender means you don't want this choice, neither you want 10th nor you want after that. You want only before that, the 9 options. You will be left with those only. So if in the upcoming sessions you don't get those 9, you will not be getting anything. Okay, in those 3 rounds of counseling. So dear, only above 9 choices will be considered. Okay, so you can also withdrawal from the allotted seat. So after successful documentation, the withdrawal from the counseling process can be done during the period given. Okay, that also can be done. So guys, this is the important thing we have discussed. Now I would like to tell you, we have discussed the meaning of all these. Okay, now we are moving to some other things. Okay, so payment of seat acceptance fees, we have already seen. All these things are already seen. Now dear, we are moving to the other important aspects. Yes, counseling process. There is something wonderful chart is also given. I will be explaining you with that chart as well. And in the last, they have also provided the format of the category certificates. Like these charts are very important. So this chart will be telling us things very clearly. So dear, what you have to do, this chart will be telling you everything very clearly. Like first of all, you are going to have this flow chart. You will be starting the counseling. You will go for online registration, fees payment you will do. Online choice filling will be done. Choice locking will be there. Automatically choice lock will be there if you don't do that. Then dear, round 1 seat allotment is going to happen. If you like that, whatever you got, then guys, first of all, it depends that seat will be allotted or not. If seat is allotted, yes, then dear, online activities through which candidates are to be done, pay seat acceptance fees, specify willingness, upload requirement document for online document verification. Now online document verification includes the eligibility and other things, and guys, after that you will see the status of online document verification. If any query is raised, you have to satisfy that. If it is verified, okay. If it is not verified, you are eligible for next round after the correction. But if you are verified, then you have to tell willingness or withdrawal. So even you want that seat or not, for that your document verification will be done. And once willingness or withdrawal will be there, that willingness or withdrawal, whenever we are talking about, if you freeze it, seat is yours. If you are going to withdraw, then you are going for the withdraw means you are out of the counseling. If you are going to float, slide or surrender or for the next round, then dear, you would be allotted the second round of counseling. Then the second round of counseling will be happening. Once again the same thing will happen. Round 2 seat allotment will be done. Then if you are allotted the seat, then document already verified, again verification does not require. Okay. Then dear, yes, does newly allotted seat require any special eligibility? If it is requiring, they will be checking it. If it is not requiring, then dear, they will be directly going to the next thing. And you can see, if you are allotted the seat, once again you will be having the willingness or withdrawal. If you withdraw, you are out of counseling. If you go for freeze, seat is yours. If you are going for float, slide, surrender, then dear, once again you will go for the third round of counseling. And in the same way, third round of counseling will be done. All these things are going to be same. After the regular round of counseling, the candidate may participate in special round or NSR with a new registration and new choice list, or physically reporting the institute. So you can go for the second rounds separately. Even like here, you can go for special round of seat allotment again. Okay, once again the same chart will be there here also, and then after that NSR will be there. NSR is the last round where final things will be happening. So guys, after this, documents are mentioned what are required. First of all, the proof of 10th mark sheet, that is proof of your name and all. Photo ID, Aadhaar card, mark sheet of 12th, then grade marks for BTech semesters, degree or provisional certificate, GATE scorecard, category certificate. Okay. And they are also mentioning the way documents are required. If you see at the end, you will find some formats. If you see at the end, you will find, like, this is the affidavit will be required for PWD candidates. Okay. And similarly, this is the undertaking for category. Okay. If any category change is going to happen. So there are some numbers also. If you find any difficulty, these are the phone numbers, website, email. You can contact them if you have any doubt. So dear, till now much information is available. Only 2-3 things are not there. So dear, you will see, like in e-services, seat metrics and participating institute are not updated yet. They will come, but you can see the opening and closing score of the last year, and that I have told you many times. If you want to check for 2023, you can go for it, and you can check for any NIT, for any branch, that what was the opening score in first round, second round, third round, special round, sport round, everything you can check. That will give you an idea that whether you can get that thing or not. Okay. So that will give you an idea whether you can get that thing or not. I feel my internet is slow today, that's why it is not opening, but I have told this many times. You can go to this. Okay, when you will go to this, you will be having the choice to check that for that particular year, what was the opening and closing score for separate or for different round of counseling. Okay. So I feel you can see, or for that, I will make a separate video. But yes, by going into that, you can definitely check. Okay, guys, I hope you guys have understood each and everything in detail. So goodbye for this particular video, and stay tuned with us. We are always coming up for all the these types of session when some forms are coming, so that we can help you in the counseling procedures. So goodbye, guys, for this particular session.